Hello dear students, you are watching online science class. We are here to present all topics of the science from class 6 to 12. If you really like the content of our channel, please like and subscribe our channel to get the latest information of all video related with different topics of the science. Please also press the bell icon for notification. Okay dear students, today we are going to start chapter number 2 of class 8, that is the microorganism friend and foe. First of all, microorganism, microbes or microorganism are tiny organisms which are so small that we cannot see them with the help of an aided eye. Some microorganisms can be seen with the help of a magnifying glass, such as fungus that grow on bread, while some can only be seen when you use microscopes, such as bacteria and protozoa. Microorganisms were first observed by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. There are four major types of microorganisms. First is the bacteria. Just see the figure. We have represented the some type of the bacteria. The name of these Coccus, Bacillus and Spirillum. Next is the fungi. The example of the fungi are bread mold, penicillium and aspergillus. You have to learn all four types of microorganisms. Please try to make the figure also in your notebook. Protozoa. Protozoa are amoeba, paramecium, plasmodium. These are the example of the protozoa. Algae. Algae are the some of the animals all of you have seen just nearby of any pond or river. The example of the algae are Clydomonas and Spirogyra. So these are the some of the example of the microorganism. Bacteria. These are single-celled organisms with a rigid cell wall. They can only be seen under microscope, which enlarge image from 100 to 1000 times. This is the ultra-structure of bacterial cell. You can draw this figure in your notebook. Types of bacteria based on their shape. These are the some of the types of the bacteria. First is the comma-shaped bacteria. Just see the figure. The figure of this bacteria is like a comma. Example is Vibrio cholera. Next is spherical shaped bacteria. These are the type of the bacteria on the types of their structure. All of you able to see the structure of these bacteria. These are the spherical shaped bacteria. The example are Streptococcus. Staphylococcus and Streptococcus are example of spherical shaped bacteria. Next one is the rod-shaped bacteria. All of you are able to see this is the structure of the rod-shaped bacteria. Just see the figure. I am drawing on the figure. This is the structure of rod-shaped bacteria. This is the figure of Salmonella, and some common example are E. coli and Salmonella. Next one is the spiral-shaped bacteria. You can see this is the Spiral, this is the structure of the like a spiral line. All of you have seen whenever a wire can be turned, it will form the spiral shape structure. So this is the spiral shape bacteria. The example are Treponema and Borrelia. So these are the different type of the bacteria on their on the basis of their shape. Fungi. These are the non-green plant. Fungi are the non-green plant. All of you have seen the fungus lice structure during the rainy season on any dead and decay organism. They cannot make their own food. They either live as parasites deriving nutrition from host organisms. For example, Piccinia, which causes wheat leaf rust or grow on the organic matter such as bread mold. Many of all of you have seen the fungus on the bread whenever the bread is just left 2 or 3 days during the rainy season. Fungi like mushroom, mold, mildews, and ears are eukaryotic. It means that they have true nucleus. You will learn about the eukaryotic and prokaryotic in next chapter of the cell. Just see the structure of this. This is the one of the structure of the fungus. Just see what is this. This is the spores which are just found inside the sporangium. Just see, this is the structure of the sporangium. When the sporangium will burst, a very small dot-like structure, which is actually the spores, is spread out inside the air and it will spread on the surface of the bread. This is the sporangiophore and this is the rhizoid. This is the common structure of the bread mold. You can be able to see the structure of the fungus with the help of the any magnifying glass or microscopic lens. The main component of fungi are hyphae. What is the hyphae? They are the thread-like structure which penetrate into substrate. All of you know that the fungus will live on the dead and decaying organism mostly. So they penetrate into the dead and decaying substrate or whatever the organism where they lives and they secrete enzyme to break down the nutrient into smaller molecules and absorb them. Okay, and spores are a unit of sexual or asexual reproduction. They can adapt for dispersal and survival for extended period of time in unfavorable condition. Whenever the spores will spread out on any surface, it is not necessary that they will immediately germinate, but they will remain for a long time. Whenever the atmosphere will become favorable for the germination of the spores, they will start to germinate. This is the condition when the atmosphere become humid and it having a sufficient amount of the moisture. That's why we can see during the rainy season the fungus will able to grow very quickly in comparison to the summer season or winter season. Algae. These are the simple plant-like organisms which are usually aquatic in nature. They contain a cell wall and a chlorophyll and can make their own food by photosynthesis. Algae can make unicellular or multicellular. Some of common examples are diatoms, Clydomonas and seaweed. This is the structure of the Clydomonas. You will study detail of Clydomonas in higher classes. Just you can see the structure of the Clydomonas. If you want, you can draw this structure in your notebook. And this one is the seaweed. Many of all have seen these seaweed on the surface of the sea. Whenever anyone goes very deep inside that sea to find a substance with the help of oxygen cylinder, you can see seaweed. Next is the protozoa. Protozoa are unicellular organisms. Some of them live independently while others live as parasitic. Many of the parasitic protozoans cause disease in plants, domestic animal, and human being. Example of some of the protozoans are amoeba, plasmodium, and paramecium. The main important thing of this microorganism is that these are the some of these protozoans are disease causing, which can infect any animals and human being. One of them is plasmodium. This is found inside the mosquito, and this will generate a malaria disease. Similarly, a type of the amoeba also generate different type of disease in human being. Viruses. Viruses are microscopic organisms, but they are different from other microbes because they reproduce only inside the cell of the host organism, which can be plant, animal, or bacterium. This is the main difference of the viruses, that they can never able to live independently like other microorganisms which we have read earlier, such as bacteria, fungi, algae, and protozoa. This is the one of the question which is generally asked inside the examination, that how are viruses different from other microbes? Viruses are microscopic organisms, but they are different from other microbes because they reproduce only inside the cell of the host organism, which can be plant, animal, or bacterium. This is the main difference of the viruses in comparison to the other microorganism. These are some of the type of the viruses. First is the HIV, hepatitis B, which generally cause jaundice, Ebola viruses, adenoviruses, influenza, and bacteriophage. These are some common example of viruses. Please note down the name of viruses to learn about them. Viruses are much smaller than bacteria and come in wide variety of shape and size. They are found in different shape and size. Complete virus particle is known as virion. Generally, this is called inside the examination in NTSC examination and other scholarship examination. What is a virion? Virion consists of nucleic acid surrounded by capsid. Capsid is a protective coat made of protein. This subunit of protein is called capsomer. Viruses can be seen only by an electron microscope as they are ultra microscopic in size. Outside the body of living organisms, they do not show any reaction, hence can be crystallized and stored like a non-living thing. This is the very important thing about the viruses, that they do not show any type of the characteristics outside the living organism, so they can be crystallized. In today's scenario, we are listening about the coronaviruses, which is very deadly viruses. Today, up to the date of 25th June 2020, approximate 4,50,000 people have died due to these viruses. So Just imagine more than 70 lakhs pupils are infected with these viruses. How deadly these viruses. Similarly, other viruses are also very deadly. Thanks for watching, dear student. Thanks for watching complete video. We will provide our next video very soon. Please like and subscribe our channel to get the latest information of all upcoming video.